If you're planning to work here in South Korea, here's the video for you. So, an employee for almost a year and a half here in my current company, I have a fair share of information about the working life here in South Korea. Additionally, I have a lot of friends who are working in as EPS or factory worker here in South Korea. They also share some information about their life as well. And in this video, I'll be sharing and comparing some of the realities between the two. Well, I'll be adding ones with those who are studying in Korean language, Hagwon. Hagwon is like an after-school program. They teach English to students. I'll be also sharing information about it since I have friends working there as well. So first, comparing the factory worker, the office work, and then the Hagwon salary. Relatively, they have similar base salaries, so Korea mandates the base salary. But in terms of earning potential, the highest would be the factory worker in terms of overtime pay. Because I think Hagwon teachers and office workers, we don't really have that option for paid overtime. So if we finished our work late, it's thank you so much for doing your job late. But we don't have this mandate of an OT overtime pay, so it's up to you. The thing you can do is if you do overtime, you can ask for funding for food for dinner. That's the only thing I do. But for factory workers, sometimes they even work on the weekends. So that's another day of salary. And that's another full day of salary. So meaning income potential, they have higher compared to us, the ones me as an office worker and my friends who are in the Hagwon. In terms of vacation leaves, I think almost the same. We start at 15 if after 1 year of working, and then it grows from there. 1 year added for every 1 year completed. 1 day added for every 1 year completed in the company. So the difference is that I think for I'm not sure if for EPS or for factory workers if they are paid if they want to convert the leave into cash, because for office workers it's gone. You cannot carry over it for next year. I think for Hagwon teachers also, they don't usually use that because they have specific breaks. Like when the school break, they also have limited working time. So that's one thing. And aside from the vacation leaves, salary I also mentioned. The insurances, we are all covered by law that our employers should provide the insurance, and we have to pay for it as well, a portion of it, and that's part of the package. So how difficult would be for us to enter to our respective jobs? For EPS, for those working in the factory, some I think 95% of them were sourced directly from their home country. So for example, in the Philippines, they will be they will be contacting directly from the Philippines, and then there's an exam for it, and then after they pass the exam, they'll be going to the Philippines, I mean to South Korea, wherein they will be received by their respective workplace. From transportation for the Philippines to arrival here, sometimes these factory workers will also be receiving free dormitory or subsidized dormitories. Good for them. But for office workers, sometimes 95% of the time we're sourced here in South Korea after we completed our master's, PhD, or undergraduates. So the difference for the Hagwon also, 95% of them, no, 50% of them are sourced here, but the others are sourced from the home countries. And Korea designated like 6 or 7 native English speaking countries wherein they can source these English speaking teachers. So what's the last, I think, completion of work. So when you resign from being an EPS or you've completed your contract, after 10 years probably, you have to go back to the home country. And in for us factory workers, for us office workers, if we quit our job from here, we can jump to another job with the same visa we have, which is, for example, for me, F2. But if you have E7 visa, that's employee visa, employee visa, your visa will be cut once you leave the company, and then you have to find another company that can sponsor you with E7 visa. Similarly, the teachers for Hagwon teachers, they have also specialized visa. If I'm correct, it's E2. So that's when you are sourced from your native English speaking country and then arrive here in South Korea, they will also provide some housing and such. But When you leave the university or the school, the E2 will be cut, and it's up to you for you to find another school that would accept you and sponsor your visa. And these are some of the basic information, and I hope you were able to get a glimpse and a picture of how much a possible earning in your life would be if you want to work here in South Korea. For context, my salary is around 2.8 to 3, but I have other benefits I receive, like research allowances that greatly affects my income potential. But in reality, that's easily achievable, especially for those who are really working hard, especially those who are EPS. But that's why a lot of foreigners who are working here actually working in the factory industry, because I mean Koreans don't really want to do those jobs. They're quite picky with their jobs. That's another reason why it's very hard to find jobs here in South Korea. Anyways, I'll be sharing more videos about this in between the GKS contents, and I hope you're having a great day.